The rain had started before dawn, slow at first, then heavier, until the sky seemed to have opened up completely, pouring everything it had onto the small railway town. The platform smelled of wet earth and steel, of rain-soaked wood and burning coal. The station clock ticked like a heart too tired to keep time, its hands slightly rusted, its sound drowned beneath the endless rhythm of water on the iron roof. Arjun stood near the third pillar, his coat heavy with rain, his dark hair plastered against his forehead. His boots left shallow impressions in the puddles, gathering along the platform edge. He looked at the train standing a few meters away, a long iron serpent breathing smoke into the fog, waiting, impatient and alive. Every hiss of steam sounded like a warning. Time is running out. In his right hand, he held a small red umbrella, an old one, torn slightly along one edge. It was the same umbrella Meera had given him 2 monsoons ago when they'd been caught in a storm outside her father's bookstore. "Keep it," she had said back then, laughing as rainwater ran down her face. "So you'll remember to come back when it rains again." Now, that memory hurt more than the rain itself. He scanned the platform, people everywhere, moving in fragments. A mother adjusting her child's shawl, a soldier hugging his brother goodbye, vendors shouting half-heartedly about tea and roasted peanuts, their voices thin against the roar of the storm. But all of it blurred in his vision when he saw her. Meera. She stood at the far end of the platform, near the empty wooden bench under the dim yellow light. She wasn't holding an umbrella. Rain soaked her shawl, darkening the edges, her hair sticking to her cheeks. But she didn't seem to care. She looked at him, not like someone who was about to lose something, but like someone memorizing every detail before it vanished. Her eyes, deep and silent, carried a question she couldn't ask out loud. Arjun walked toward her slowly, each step echoing against the platform floor. The rain between them seemed to pause for a moment, as though the world itself held its breath. "You came," she said softly, her voice trembling between raindrops. "I couldn't leave without seeing you," he replied. His voice was rough, not because of the cold, but because of everything he was trying not to say. For a while they just stood there, close enough to hear each other breathe, yet far enough that neither reached out. The train whistled again, a long, aching sound that sliced through the moment. Arjun looked away, then back at her, as if every second was being stolen from him. "You don't have to go," she said, barely above a whisper. "Not tonight." "Not yet." He smiled faintly, though his heart felt like breaking. "If I don't go now, I might never be able to." The rain softened for a moment, like it was listening. "You always said the city was your dream," she said, her voice shaking. "But what if dreams cost too much?" "They always do," he murmured. "But sometimes we still chase them because not chasing them hurts more." She looked down at her hands, pale and trembling. "And what about us?" He didn't answer right away. Instead, he took something from his coat pocket, a small silver ring, simple but beautiful. The metal shone dimly under the yellow station light. He placed it gently in her palm, closing her fingers around it. "This isn't goodbye," he said. "It's a promise. I'll come back. When the rain returns, I'll find you again." Meera opened her hand slowly, staring at the ring through the blur of rain and tears. "You promise?" she asked. "I promise," he said, meeting her eyes. "Even if it takes years." The train released another sharp hiss, a cloud of steam curling between them like a ghost. The conductor's whistle blew. 1, 2, 3, final call. Meera's breath caught. She stepped forward suddenly, closing the space between them. Her hands trembled as she reached up and touched his face, tracing the line of his jaw like she was trying to memorize it. "I'll wait," she said, her voice breaking. "No matter how long it takes. Just don't forget me, Arjun." He caught her hand and pressed it to his lips, his eyes burning. "How could I?" The platform shook slightly as the engine roared. People rushed toward the compartments, shouting, waving, crying. The world moved around them. But for that one final heartbeat, they stood still, 2 souls caught in the eye of a storm. He stepped back, hesitating once, then turned toward the train. She didn't move. He climbed the small metal steps, turned back one last time, and saw her, still standing there, drenched, holding the red umbrella he had dropped beside her. As the train began to move, the rain grew heavier, blurring everything into shades of silver and gray. Meera lifted the umbrella, shielding the ring in her palm. The platform lights flickered, reflecting in the puddles like scattered stars. The train gathered speed, its wheels clattering against the tracks in rhythm with her heartbeat. She could see his silhouette through the window for a moment, then another, and then it was gone, swallowed by the fog and rain. The sound of the departing engine faded, leaving behind only the rain and the echo of promises whispered in its shadow. Meera stood alone, the cold wind pressing against her soaked clothes. She looked down at the ring in her palm, then at the red umbrella, his umbrella, trembling in her grip. She smiled faintly through her tears, whispering to the empty air, "You'll come back when it rains again." The station clock ticked on. The rain kept falling, and somewhere beyond the horizon, a train carried away a man who left half his heart behind.